I know that your new book, Quantum History, a new materialist philosophy, it's coming out on November 13th, so probably a month or so. Actually, maybe just like 2 weeks after this episode comes out. So I'm torn between starting off by asking you about that or the many recent crazy political events that have been going on.
Let's go to crazy political events, because for me, what attracts me so much in quantum mechanics is that it is as if offers the only conceptual coordinates that I know, which enable us to grasp the inner logic of the madness that is going on today. I'm especially focusing here on what I find in quantum mechanics and in a guy whom I appreciate very much. He must even live close to you. I mention him often, Jean-Pierre Dupuy, the top theorist of catastrophes, who elaborated this logic of something happens contingently, and by taking place, it retroactively creates its own necessity. It appears necessary. It's not as eccentric as it sounds. My big example, although I'm very critical of Marx, would be here Marx's notion of capital. You know, Marx says, that's the crucial point for me, from which we can learn. Marx, a lot today, Marx says that he uses a very problematic metaphor. He says that, like the anatomy of a man provides the key to the anatomy of the ape, in the same way, the anatomy of capitalism provides the key to the anatomy of all previous so-called more primitive modes of production. Now, this may sound like teleology, you know. All history was moving towards this point, but Marx's point is exactly the opposite one. It is that capitalism is a totally contingent event. It didn't happen in Europe because it was more progressive and so on. It was a whole series, Marx enumerates them, of contingencies, like the crisis of specific form of the crisis of feudalism, discovery of gold in Latin America, and so on and so on. But his point is that once capitalism is here, we cannot but read all that led to it as precisely something that necessarily led to it. You know who is, did you maybe make, when he was still alive, David Graeber, did you make an interview with him?
No, he died.
Because, yeah, his idea is the same. He takes, for example, the case of Inca civilization. What we know about it? Only this dark side, human sacrifices, religious terror, and so on and so on. But he quite convincingly points out that at the same time, there was a strong decentralized tendency of horizontal links and so on. There was a struggle between, or as I would put it in quantum mechanics terms, a superposition of more options, and quite contingently this, let's call it oppressive option one. So this is for me the key for what is happening today. We are in such an open situation. I don't believe either Marxist or conservative or liberal interpreters who think that today's game may appear complex, but behind it there is a certain logic and so on. It's clear who will win. No, I think the situation is genuinely open, and this makes it all the more terrifying.